Today we visited the Fram Museum in Oslo, Norway. The museum has this unique design where the ship, called the Fram, is in the center of the building and all of the exhibits are surrounding it. And this is the actual ship. It's not like a model, it's the actual ship that has been put into this building. There are projectors around the ship that are showing videos of ice on the water, kind of just set the mood. The Fram ship was used for many successful Arctic voyages. Here's a map of some of its routes. They had these really cute eating areas that kind of looked like a cabin in a ship. During these expeditions, the crew members met several groups of Inuits in the Arctic Circle. They taught the Scandinavians how to build their igloos. There are many historical instances of explorers not being very kind to Inuits. I'm not sure if it just wasn't mentioned, but it seemed that these two groups of people got along very well, and that there was a lot of interchange of information between them. This was a model that you could walk through. We learned that the igloo entrance was used as a bathroom, and it was kept clean by their sleigh dogs. So I don't know if the sleigh dogs were eating the poop. I have to assume so. This was an interactive exhibit where you can load up a life-size sled to make sure that everything fits on it. It's basically like a Tetris game. It was a success. This activity, you were to put on this harness and try to pull the sled, which was weighted down to be the exact weight of some of these sleds. These are some of the souvenirs that they were selling in their gift shop. This was a marksmanship activity. We were not very good at it. This was one of the coats that was worn on some of these expeditions. This was one of the crewmen, Ove. It looks like he died in his 20s, pretty young. But then we have Rudolph over here, who seems to still be living a great life at the tender age of 150. These are some of the medals that were awarded to some of the crewmen. I really liked this activity. Basically, you got to walk through this freezer that they had at the temperature of the Arctic Circle. It was fine for like a minute, but then it got really rough and we had to get out of there. Here we have some pictures of some of the crewmen and their families. I really liked this guy's look. The well-groomed mustache, the fur coat, the very intense gaze. Next, we got to board the ship. We then got to go below deck and were greeted by the chef serving flapjacks. There was an old Singer sewing machine and some dry goods. This was a cool miniature display of one of the expeditions. Overall, I really enjoyed the museum. I thought the exhibits were very engaging, and it was nice to hear about some expeditions that didn't end with like everyone getting scurvy. Some of the exhibits made mention of that, and they credited the success of these journeys to this captain who was just very anal about making sure that they had everything on board that they needed. He was very detail-oriented and would have his hand in everything from recreation to rest schedules to eating schedules to even treats. I definitely recommend, if you're going to be visiting the area, to check this one out.